The world does not reward the good, it rewards the strong. You hear these words and they sting, because deep inside you want to believe that being good, honest, kind, generous is enough. That if your intentions are pure, if your heart is upright, the world will protect you. But reality has a different language. History whispers it to those who are willing to listen. Goodness without strength is a trap that devours ambition, erodes influence, and leaves even the noblest man broken, forgotten, or betrayed. Niccolò Machiavelli, writing in the shadowed halls of Florence, observed this truth with surgical precision. He saw rulers destroyed by the very virtue they cherished. He watched the kind-hearted fall to cunning rivals. He understood that in a world of wolves, a sheep's goodness is irrelevant. It is vulnerability exposed. Yet the Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, offer another path. They teach that virtue is not weakness, that strength tempered by wisdom, courage guided by reason, allows goodness to survive, even thrive. The key is strategy, intention, discipline. This is the tension at the heart of power and morality. Machiavelli illuminates the dangers. The Stoics illuminate the salvation, and you, standing between them, must learn to navigate the world with eyes wide open. Consider the man who is good by default. He never says no. He helps when it is inconvenient. He sacrifices his comfort for others, believing that kindness will shield him. He is a reliable helper, the dependable friend, the generous colleague. On the surface, the world praises him. People call him good. They smile, they clap, they thank him. But behind that applause lies a quiet, dangerous truth. The world does not reward him. The world exploits him. You see, when you are predictably good, you become predictable. And when you are predictable, others learn your boundaries, or lack thereof. They know you will not resist. They know you will not retaliate. They know that they can extract value from your kindness until there is nothing left. Machiavelli said it best. The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. To survive, you must be both. Strength without cunning is blind. Cunning without strength is impotent. The Stoics would nod here. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. But he also teaches that right action requires preparation, reason, and self-control. A good man must first master himself before seeking to save others. Your first lesson is clear. Naive virtue is dangerous. Kindness without boundaries invites exploitation. Good intentions without discernment invite ruin. Drop this truth into your mind. I will not be a sheep among wolves. Law 2. The law of hidden strength. There is another danger, subtler, more insidious, showing your heart before your strength. The man who flaunts his goodness, who declares his generosity, who wears his virtue openly, may inspire admiration, briefly. But history reminds us, admiration is fleeting. Respect, the kind that ensures survival, requires strength. Power is silent. Authority does not announce itself. It is recognized in the quiet firmness of boundaries, the calm decisiveness of action, the unwavering will to protect oneself and those one leads. Seneca observed, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Strength, like virtue, is a resource. Reveal it carelessly and you deplete it. Conceal it, and you command the world's attention when it matters most. Think of a sword. In the hands of a child, it is meaningless, a toy. In the hands of a master, it shapes destinies. So too with virtue. Reserved, disciplined, strategic, it is powerful. Naive, scattered, unguarded, it is perilous. Hidden strength is not cruelty. It is preservation. It is strategy. It is the wisdom to know that sometimes being good means appearing strong, and sometimes appearing strong means being quiet. Affirm this in your mind. I guard my strength. I choose my battles. Law 3. The law of emotional restraint. Now we confront a principle that separates the wise from the reckless: emotional restraint. The world does not judge you by your intentions, it judges you by your reactions, by your consistency, by the calm command with which you navigate storms. A man who acts purely on emotion, no matter how righteous, is like a ship without a rudder. Storms will destroy him. Epictetus teaches, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The Stoic does not suppress kindness, courage, or generosity. He tempers them. He aligns them with reason and strategy. Machiavelli, in contrast, saw the cost of unchecked emotion in leadership. The benevolent duke who wept for his people's suffering, the honest magistrate who refused bribery at all costs. Many fell not because of evil, but because the world responds to results, not intentions. Emotional restraint does not mean coldness. It means the power to delay gratification, to act at the right moment, to use virtue as a weapon of influence rather than a lure for exploitation. Ask yourself, are your actions serving your life and legacy or merely soothing your conscience? The man who masters his emotions commands respect. The man who surrenders to them invites betrayal. Affirm this in your mind: I command my emotions. I act with strategy. Strength without wisdom is blind. Wisdom without strength is powerless. You have learned the dangers of naive virtue, the power of hidden strength, and the discipline of emotional restraint. Now we move deeper into the laws that govern outcomes, influence, and legacy. These are the lessons that separate men who merely survive from men who endure with dignity. Law 4, the law of strategic generosity. Generosity is a double-edged sword. The unguarded man gives freely, expecting gratitude, loyalty, or recognition. He believes that his goodness will protect him. But in the world Machiavelli describes, generosity is a tool and must be wielded with intent. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one, but he also teaches the importance of context. Giving without purpose can drain your resources, compromise your position, and leave you vulnerable. Strategic generosity is different. It is deliberate, calculated. It empowers others, reinforces alliances, and positions you for influence without depleting your own strength. A wise man knows when to extend a hand and when to withhold it. He knows that sometimes the most powerful act of generosity is self-preservation. Affirm this truth: I give with purpose. I protect my resources, the law of expectation and gratitude. The world owes you nothing. This is a truth both brutal and liberating. The good man who expects fairness, kindness, or reciprocity is doomed to disappointment. Machiavelli observed it. Rulers are betrayed not because they are weak, but because they trust too easily. Stoics teach a different approach. Epictetus says, do not demand that events happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do. To live with wisdom is to release expectation, yet remain vigilant. Gratitude must be extended carefully, not assumed. Respect must be earned, not presumed. A man who understands this law anticipates the world's indifference. He prepares for betrayal without cynicism. He cultivates alliances without dependency. He moves with clarity, not illusion. Say this aloud: I expect nothing. I gratefully receive what comes. Law 6, the law of results over intentions. Here lies a stark divide between Stoicism and the cruelty of history. The world rewards outcomes, not intentions. You may act with noble heart, but if your deeds do not produce results, you are irrelevant. Machiavelli's Florence was full of men of integrity, undone because the world measures only effectiveness. Seneca's wisdom offers the remedy. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Align your efforts with strategic purpose. Let your virtue serve your life's objectives, not blind ideals. This is not cynicism, it is clarity. Goodness without efficacy is wasted energy. Strength without purpose is wasted potential. You must act not only with virtue, but with impact. Internalize this principle. I measure my success by results. I direct my virtue toward purpose. Law 7. The law of legacy. Finally, we confront the question that outlasts all: what will remain of you when you are gone? Machiavelli warns that even greatness is fragile if it is unguarded by prudence and foresight. A man remembered only for his goodness may be admired briefly, but his influence fades. The Stoics teach us to cultivate a legacy of enduring value. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one not for applause, not for recognition, but for the eternal rhythm of virtue and reason." Legacy is the intersection of action, restraint, and wisdom. It is the measured combination of power and morality. The good man who falls does so because he neglects this truth. He acts impulsively, trusts blindly, and ignores the world's indifference. The man who survives, who leaves a mark, balances strength with integrity, cunning with virtue, action with reflection. Say this firmly: I build a legacy of wisdom, strength, and strategic goodness. So what have we learned? That naive virtue invites exploitation, that hidden strength commands respect, that emotional restraint ensures survival, that strategic generosity wields influence, that expectation must be tempered by vigilance, that results matter more than intentions. That legacy is the ultimate measure of a life well lived. The intersection of Machiavellian realism and Stoic discipline offers a path few dare to walk. It is neither cruel nor naive. It is calculated, deliberate, and deeply humane because it recognizes the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. The good man does not fall because he is weak. He falls because he misunderstands the laws of power, the rhythm of society, and the discipline of virtue. To survive, to thrive, he must marry moral integrity with strategic insight. He must be a lion and a fox, a philosopher and a statesman, a man of goodness and resolve. Remember this: the world does not reward goodness alone. It rewards strength, wisdom, and strategic action, and in mastering this, you ensure that goodness does not destroy you but shapes you into a man who endures, a man who commands respect, a man who leaves a legacy that transcends time. Learn these truths, live them quietly, act deliberately, and watch the world respond not to your intentions but to your power.